What's happening? So I know I haven't been live in quite some time, but I have been making content as you can see. And so I just came on here to talk about content real quick. So I hear a lot of times, hear a lot of people say that content creation is hard. Am I a pro? Not at all. Did it take me quite some time to figure out how to actually start getting views on YouTube? Yes, it did. And I have been making content for about like 4 years now, right? And I ain't went viral, of course, yet, but I couldn't figure out the YouTube curse where people get like a couple views on the video, no comments and things like that, and I was like stuck in a rut. I'm like, how do I figure this out? And then what I end up discovering is it's all about engagement, the tags, hashtags, also making sure that your content can be found, search, and all those things actually go a long way. A location, clickbait, using thumbnails, all trigger engagement and trigger the algorithm to help you get views. Your video also found that scheduling your content is a huge thing, a huge factor. So, with that being said, if you are trying to make content and also get your views up on YouTube, I highly suggest that you do the following things. Number one, make sure you actually schedule your posts instead of just making it public immediately. I see different things on there about people saying like that you should do a premiere. I don't know about the premiere thing because it takes some time to get, to boost the engagement. Number two, I would say create a thumbnail. Thumbnails can take your content a long way. If you are frustrated or perplexed with creating content, I say create a content day. Content creation day will also help you create content. Um, I particularly, my style is I choose a day to create content. Like today was a content creation day. So I went out, I went to go create content. I usually, uh, I would say style is to ask questions and let the engagement build on its own. Hello. And let the content build on it. I mean, the engagement build on its own, based on the some of the things I mentioned earlier in this video. And I also use the clickbait. You can also use Chat GBT, which is an excellent tool to be able to get captions, also be able to get potential titles. You may not necessarily um, use the same exact title, and then they ask you, how do you want to take the content? Like, where do you want to go with the content? Do you want to, have it more sarcastic, more dramatic, clickbait? Can you get hashtags? They can even help you come up with content ideas based on what you do. Maybe if you said cooking or eating videos or hello Chelsea and Cassie. But yes, content videos, content ideas, eating. If you have a business and you're trying to figure out how to create content for your business, use Chat GBT. I promise you, you'll get some ideas. And I think that sometimes people put too much emphasis on it. Like, oh, I don't have time to create content. And a lot of times, the simple interactions that you have can be content. Have somebody video you if you don't have the funds to hire somebody to hire somebody to record you, then you can get a tripod like I'm using right now with my phone. And that is also a great resource. Set it up in the room, act like you don't see it, and then that way you can go back later and review what you got. Um, and some of the most was it intriguing content is like the content where you seem unbothered. I find that when people are looking straight into the camera or they talking, they tend to be awkward and they appear awkward on screen. So if you're not like comfortable on there, then that may be the best content for you. I'm not sure what number I'm at, but number two, I'm gonna just go with number two. So number two is to plan it out. Write a treatment. Treatment is like where you start to plan out what the actual content is going to be about if you do plan on, coming up with this content. For me, as I said, I do content in different stores. So the first video I ever did was in Target. It was actually unintentional, very unintentional. I did not, you know, uh, decide to do it. Wasn't like I'm gonna go to Target and do this, but I decided to actually do the content there. And then after Target, I think I did like Walmart, and then it just went on from there. And then what I did notice is that certain people who watch the videos started recognizing like the different stores. Are you in this store? Are you in that store? And then that actually like, so now people started recognizing like, okay, that's your style of content. And then I started to develop my style of like, what am I going to do? Could I do pranks? I probably could. But then some of them pranks require somebody else to do that with. So now it's a thing where what is if the person is available? Is it believable? Are there enough content creators already who make content about what skits? Yes, I believe so. I believe it's a little saturated, but people are going viral for that. And the numbers are growing or increasing. But the questioning that I ask, like I do my research on the questions, and a lot of times I wing it. I just go in there and ask the question and edit it and go for what I know. And then sometimes I use outside. So again, the place is not a big deal because there are many places to create content. And all free. Don't have to pay to make videos because you already go to the store. So I usually tend to use an aisle or something like that. I've never been stopped by anybody who be like, oh, wait, you can't record it here, because I make sure people are not around customers and things like that. So, number one, we touched on just creating it, getting started. Number two, choosing what style you want to do and how you want to set that up. And three, also using your resources to come up with ideas. ChatGPT. You can watch other creators. You can also use YouTube or the platform to find out what's actually popular. They also give you content ideas, or you can use music, songs, and things like that. Now, and the thumbnails. Thumbnails are valuable. You can use those as well. Take a picture of yourself with your tripod, and then add some lettering to it, some pictures, some other things behind it. You can use Canva, you can use Adobe, you can use Photoshop. Depends on what your uh, creativity level is and skill level is. Or you can use Fiverr to get somebody else to create one. And you can use ChatGPT to even show you what a thumbnail could or should look like. Number four, now we're going to go into, should you actually um, make it public immediately, or should you schedule it? And I find that the public didn't go as far, but I did find that scheduling the content actually helps. Even if it's just 2 to 5 minutes after you create it or you edit it, it actually helps increase your numbers tremendously. I do a lot of shorts. Videos don't get that many views like that. And if they do, you got to create content that will hold people's engagement. So that can be hard sometimes for people, because people don't like to watch videos of people talking. They want to see some engagement, like a movie. Nobody likes a movie with a slow start, because you're like, oh, when is the action going to happen? If you watch the movie that had action immediately, you end up finding out that people are more engaged. And then also, you can also go look at your analytics on your content. How long did they watch? Things like that. 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 5 minutes, something like that. And then you want to make sure that when you are posting this content, they ask questions. Is this content for children? If it's not, do you want to restrict it to a certain age? If it's not kid friendly, then the comments will be on. If it is like for kids, they will cut the comments off. The location also matters. Um, your description. You might want to put something in the description to give a little background of what the video is about. Your clickbait. I also find that if it's a short, you want to put hashtag shorts in there, because I find that when I was looking at my analytics, it actually showed that um, that's how my videos were being searched. People do search different things, and then I also go back into the tags and put what the video is about, different categories and things like that, to also help build the engagement. So you can see it grow quickly. And then I think you also should go back and watch it yourself. Like, watch yourself online, and watch yourself when you create this content to see where you can improve and get better. Because again, I'm an amateur, I'm a beginner. I got a long way to go, especially trying to make money on YouTube, because it's hard. It's not something that's easy. The watch hours, they want a lot, like a million. And one of them say like 3 million. So I'm nowhere near there yet, but I create content because I like to do it, not because I'm trying to like monetize or go viral or things like that. Because like I said, it's hard. I'm not really doing things that would make me go viral. I don't think, but I think those tips will take you a long way to creating content. 6, schedule the content. Go schedule it, write it down, figure out what you want to do. Is it worth it? And use what you have at home. You don't need to go buy an expensive camera kit, spend $1,000, $1,200 on a camera, mic, all that kind of stuff, because I can rest assure you that many of the content creators are not using high quality equipment. They're using a phone, a tripod, even like TikTok dances and everything. They not doing using high quality equipment. So don't stress yourself with that. And I think the most important rule is get started. Get started if you have not got started. Excuse me, get started, because that's the hardest part, getting started and showing up. And don't be a hard critic on yourself. Don't criticize yourself too much, because you'll end up deciding not to do it altogether. So I hope this video is helpful, and share this video with somebody else.